Emmanuel Macron claimed he did not want to take any bets with a referendum on EU membership after a French MP insisted Paris would no doubt vote to leave the European club. The European Union is looking into a new regulation that could classify lavender as a dangerous plant. This means lavender products could have to bear labels involving bold black and red warning labels with messages such as can be fatal if swallowed or inhaled. For distillers in France, this could be highly damaging. Sharing the news, a Twitter user wrote, "How much longer are we going to allow European officials to project entire sectors of our ancient commerce into bankruptcy on the pretext that they have thought up a standard?" Echoing the concerns, Generation Frexit leader Charles-Henri Gallois said, "Lavender essential oils or our cheeses, the EU wants to control and sanitize everything. It is time to take back control and decide for ourselves our future, our standards, our laws and our model of society." It comes after Michel Barnier, the EU's former chief Brexit negotiator, admitted France could indeed follow Britain's lead and leave the European bloc. Earlier this year, the French politician said anger is boiling up across his country over red tape and unchecked immigration. Mr. Barnier said, "Let's ask ourselves why 52% of citizens voted against Brussels. There are reasons we can find, not just in the UK but here in France. Citizens who want to leave the EU. Despite not a single major party campaigning for France to leave the bloc in recent years, French politicians do seem to believe it is an actual possibility. Before the 2016 EU referendum, French MP and 2017 presidential candidate Nicolas Dupont-Aignan said, "The French will be able to see that the UK will not be hit by catastrophe once it leaves the EU. It won't be the apocalypse. Norway is not living in an apocalypse, Switzerland is not living in poverty. Britain was the first democracy in the EU and they are always giving us lessons, so it's no surprise they go first. And when the French get the same vote one day, there's no doubt they will vote to leave the EU." 2 years later, in an interview with BBC presenter Andrew Marr, French President Emmanuel Macron also claimed that if the French people were given the opportunity to vote on European membership like Britain, they would probably vote to quit the European club, too. The French president suggested there is always a risk with votes such as Britain's 2016 EU referendum, when asking the public just yes or no in a very complicated context. Asked whether a leave or remain vote in France could have ended with the same result, Mr. Macron said, "Yes, probably. Probably in a similar context. But our context was very different, so I don't want to take any bets." Mr. Macron, as a committed supporter of European integration, claimed he would fight very hard to keep France in the EU if it were to hold a referendum on membership of the bloc.